I wish Willy Wonka would waddle away on a windmill in Wisconsin on Wednesday.
Hey everyone, it's Allie and Zach Figiel with Realty Executives Cooper Spransey.
Welcome back to our video series, Realty From A to Z, where we give you the inside scoop on all things real estate related.
Today's episode is brought to you by the letter W. So today we're going to talk about walkthrough. So Zach, tell us, what is the definition of a walkthrough?
A final walkthrough is an inspection performed anywhere from a few hours to a few days before the settlement of the transaction. Its primary purpose is to make certain the property is in the same condition you agreed to in which to buy it.
So basically, when we're helping buyers in a transaction, we'll walk through the property about 1 to 3 days before closing, sometimes the day of, just to make sure everything there is there, that it's supposed to be there, it's in the condition that we were expecting it to be in, when you got the accepted offer and after the inspection and everything like that. So it's just kind of your final way to make sure everything looks good before you head to closing.
So tip for sellers. So the final walkthrough is basically your last step right before closing here. So hopefully at that point you'll have most of your stuff moved out, or all of it would be ideal. And keep in mind that at closing it needs to be in broom swept condition. So wouldn't be a bad time to get started on some cleaning as well, and leave the property in good condition for the buyer. Now, if the buyer did ask for stuff on the inspection and you had repairs that need to be done, you definitely want to make sure that those are completed, because the buyers will be checking for that and making sure that any necessary repairs were completed.
So tip for buyers. So what we want to do as your buyer's agent is make sure you're walking again through the property 1 to 3 days before your closing. And we are going to be, just like Zach said, checking that all of those repairs were being made, and that, there's no huge holes in the wall that they may have been covering up with a photo or something like that, or huge stains in the floor that they were covering up with a rug. Hopefully the sellers weren't doing that.
Yeah.
So we want to just check over all those things at the final walkthrough. And then if something does come up that looks out of the ordinary at the final walkthrough, we'll work with you to make sure that we clear that up before we get to the closing table, so that you can move in and feel really confident with the home that you're purchasing. Thanks for tuning in to another exhilarating episode of Realty From A to Z. From the Figiels at Realty Executives Cooper Spransey.
Make it a great day.
Wow, I witnessed Willy Wonka waddling on the windmill in Wisconsin. Wheat thins.